All right, so we're in chapter 3 here, and we want to be able to compare our rational numbers, all right, less than, greater than type problems. That's what we have on tap for tonight, all right, and most of us are pretty good, if we get asked the plain -6 compared to -12. Most of us are pretty good. -6 is greater than -12. 1.4 and 3.7. All right, most of us are pretty good. Those kind of things are pretty straightforward. The challenge is when they're fractions, when numbers are given to us in their fraction forms. All right, so for example, if we're given a situation where we have, say, 9/11 compared to 7/8. If we were asked to determine which is bigger, or 9/11 less or greater, all right, how do we handle these kind of things? And we got two options here. All right, the first option, okay, is to find common denominators. All right, and so one of those techniques is we want to make these two match. And the trick of that is just to go ahead and multiply them together. 8 times 11 makes 88. So if you want to make your denominators the same, we do that. And then we need to remember when it comes to fractions, whatever we do to one part of the fraction, we got to do to the other. So if we're going to multiply this one by 8, then we have to also multiply the numerator by 8. So 8 times 9 would give us a 72. Vice versa on this side, we did 11 times 8 to make 88. So then we also got to do 11 times 7, which would give us 77. Now that the denominators are the same, it's just as simple as comparing your numerator. 72 is less than 77. Okay, so then that would just correspond over here. 9/11 would be less than 7/8. All right, so one approach to that problem is to go ahead and make your denominators match. Your second choice that you would have, all right, is right up here. Decimals and fractions are equivalent. So, and we've already practiced our technique there. So if we wanted to take both of these and rewrite them as decimals, that is an option as well. 9 divided by 11. And again, we'll just start 0. Add your decimal point, add your zeros. You get 8. Bring down another 0. 11 goes into 20. All right, now I'm going to stop right there. That may or may not be enough information for us to determine enough of what we need. So I'm going to go ahead and do 7 divided by 8 as well. So 70 minus 64, bring down another 0. So again, you can see we got 0.8, 0.8. So far to this point, we can't really distinguish, but I think we're going to here. 8 goes into 67. Okay, so now, even though our long division has not terminated here, okay, we don't really need to go any farther, all right, because the question just wanted us to distinguish. And so 0.81 is definitely less than 0.87, okay, based on what we have here. So again, that gives us the exact same result as we needed before. Okay, so again, for you, it's going to be a simple matter of preference. I don't really care which one you use, but you do have a couple options available to you. All right, so some of the homework problems tonight, comparing. And then you also have a section tonight on ordering. So if you were given 3 fractions, 3/4, 2/7, and 3/11, if we were asked to rank these and put these in order from least to greatest, all right, put these in order from least to greatest, you have a couple of options available. You can go through and try to find common denominators. Unfortunately, now we've got to find one that matches for all 3. That could be complicated or big. Or we can do some long division, come up with some decimals. Sometimes if we look around, 3/4, that's pretty convenient right there. Okay, So that one didn't require much work to get the conversion. So now if we went ahead and did 2 divided by 7, we'll do our scrap work over here to the side. 6, bring down another 0, 8, 56. I'm going to stop there. So again, we got 0.28 for that. And then if we go ahead and do 3 divided by 11, and I'm not doing a very good job here of organizing my work, 2, 7. There we go. And that's enough. Alright. So again, same set of setup. Even though we didn't go until, even though we didn't work out the long division until we have termination or we found something repeating, we got enough to help us answer the question because the original question wanted us to sort. So 3/11 is our smallest decimal or fraction. 2/7 would be next, and then 3/4 would be our largest. So that's the expectations for tonight. Do the best you can, and as always, bring any questions back to class tomorrow. Have a good night.